shop na mi kandalo. Mi kamalu, mi kandareza, mi kandalo na kikat. Shop na mi kandalo, mi kamalu, mi kandareza, mi kandalo na kikat. Shop na mi kandalo, mi kamalu, mi kandareza, mi kandalo na kikat.
Okay. Hello, gamers. Welcome back. Welcome back to Friend or Foe Season 7. We're in the last game of the day, Week 4, Day 1. First quarter is already done. We're approaching the second half. For this last game, we have In the Trees versus Azure Gaming. My name is Chris Sung. I'll be your play-by-play caster today and the whole day, I guess. All 5 games. Here with me is Brendan. How are you, Brendan?
I'm EP. It's a 1 a.m. shift for me.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
I wonder why Utility Man made me do this. Aside of ASG, we have a really strong bot lane. Milio Lucian is a pretty good bot lane combo. Ashe is probably the best AD carry on the patch, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's probably the best. Ashe Braum feels a little weird. It's pretty good in the lane, I suppose, but it's a little bit of a weird matchup. Maybe it's just to take away a Braum on the side of ASG, right? Is that locked in? Is Kane locked in? Kane is locked in. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, Kane is locked in. Same with Gragas. Could be Gragas jungle or for Broccoli. Both Explode and Broccoli both break Gragas.
So I have some insider information of this game, right?
Okay.
I pop into ASG, I pop into teams and make sure everyone's alive, and ASG talk about their chess games, right?
Ah, okay. Yes.
Every single time they have lost in their chess game before the match, they lost.
Yes.
Every time they won,
I have heard this.
they have won.
Yes.
Now, they won their chess game.
Oh.
Will this mean the streak continues?
There's only one way to find out.
It will finally end. Camille's locked in for INT. Broccoli plays a lot of Camille. Victor's locked in. Strong character as always. Lane dominant character. Also really good in the late game. INT so far has a way better late game than ASG does. Echo's locked. Wait, whoa.
Echo is locked. Yeah, thoughts on this Echo pick?
Is that Echo mid? It's gotta be Echo mid. Yeah, Echo mid and Maokai top and Kane jungle. Okay, it's not as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. I haven't seen Echo mid in I don't even know how long.
Like a couple of seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, I barely see it in FOF. That's for sure.
Can't be that bad because Echo is, it's a strong character in of itself. It's strong in jungle. But we're gonna get right into game right here while I think about this pick.
Yep. Let's get into the game. INT versus Azure Gaming. Final game of the day. For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who are new here, games 4 and 5 are pre-recorded VODs. So we will be just working with VODs for the day or for the final 2 games. This is just to make it so players can sleep on time and so staff cannot sleep on time. So that's why we are here. Sorry about that, Brendan, but I appreciate you.
You gotta power forward. You gotta power through. It's not like I sleep anyways, right?
Yeah. Gamer hours,
So I'm looking into this pick and it's like a 52% win rate, which is, fine on the mid. It's definitely better at jungle. I have not seen Handicapo play this. It's not on their op.gg. Maybe this is like a secret pick that they have. I'm really interested. I have not seen Echo mid in a long time, and Echo's fun to watch, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like an assassin that can almost be a bruiser with some of its builds. The ult, of course, is game changing in a lot of scenarios, and Echo can just single-handedly run over a game, right? It's also Kane. There's another character that can just single-handedly run over this game. We're seeing the boring Maokai as always on FOF. It can't be an FOF game without a Maokai or Volibear pick, right?
Yeah.
Thanks RLS and UB for that. So I like ASG's draft, which is, pretty good. Besides the Echo, I'm really shocked to see. I think that Echo is really good into Victor though, so maybe that's why.
Sure. Yeah. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure that is a specific lane pickup.
Echo is really good into Victor. Okay, 55% win rate or so. So, okay, so I really like ASG's draft then. The Kane is, the Kane is more of a solo queue character in my opinion. Kane is really good when it comes to solo queue, unless there's like 3 melees, which INT does have. So I'm interested to see. I think that it should be a red Kane unless they're going like purple Kane.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my god, it's Hail of Blades Echo. Oh, okay, I don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I take back everything I was saying. Clearly they know something that I don't know.
Sure.
And I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see this.
No, I'm super excited. Meanwhile, a trade is happening in bot lane. Happy Ending actually blows the cleanse from that from Brahm's tag there to make sure he doesn't get stunned. But wow, lots of trades happening here in the bot lane. Earlier, Happy Ending and Piplup got the early level 2, so got a lot of damage onto He Who Slops. But wow, lots of aggression coming from Happy Ending. He Who Slops flashes forward to try to get this stun. Happy Ending has to flash as well, but Kenny Hammerspikes follows suits, and Kenny Hammerspike is really low, but First Blood goes over INT, and 2 kills now over to the bot lane of In the Trees. 2-0 INT. Against here and against ASG. Now Bo Explode has arrived to the fight in the top lane. Bo Explode might go for this gank, decides not to, while Lindblom is hovering, and that's that for the play.
Yeah, this is a worst case scenario. If you're a Lucian player, as I am, I love Lucian. Probably my best character. Probably the character I played the most. Lucian is relatively weak this patch. Oh, we're gonna see handicap. Oh, is he gonna go down? Oh, low mana for Victor.
Yeah, Handy Capo is running away with a sliver of HP, but Pagtropus has no mana to actually follow up here. Very overzealous attempt by Handy Capo to try to stop Victor from backing, but here we are.
I was gonna say before I was interrupted rudely by them battling the mid lane. Lucian is a very if they get behind early, Lucian is useless. Lucian sucks. Melio can trough that. Because Melio is so strong and Lucian Melio is a very good pick together, but it's really bad for Lucian to get behind Ashe, who is really a lane bully now. Ashe is probably the best AD carry in the patch, as I said earlier. Is just going to have a field day with this Lucian so far. Of course, in the past, Lucian used to be a counter pick to Ashe, right? But since the changes, for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but Ashe actually destroys Lucian. And yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see how this bot lane. I would be really shocked if this bot lane get back in the game, but crazier things have happened.
Kenny Hammerspike being also one of the best ADCs, or at least one of the most stapled ADCs here in FOF too. Obviously knows the matchup. Obviously understands what he has to do. The Braum pick, I was still a little curious, but the more I'm seeing this play, the more I'm understanding how He Who Slops is really preventing a lot of Happy Endings, early aggression. So that could be the idea behind it. But hopefully we get items up soon so we can see where everyone is on the CS board. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But yeah, so far even game across the board, aside from the 2 kills over in the bot lane, which straight up was a 2v2 also. Didn't have to occur. No jungler influence was happening there. It really just straight up was a 2v2 here in FOF.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm coming off very vitriolic about this Echo Hail of Blades. I don't know if it was a miss. Oh, we're going to see Tiny engage. Oh, this might be bad for Lucian without the dash.
Okay, no tag actually could be granted from He Who Slops, so those autos don't mean a whole lot. I mean, Happy Ending was flashless, so that was a little spooky for a second. Had He Who Slops gotten that Q off of on him, or just like an auto, that might have changed everything for Kenny Hammerspike. But Kenny Hammerspike and Slops feeling extra comfortable right now against this bot lane.
As I was saying, I love someone that's willing to cook and get into the lab and figure stuff out. I'm known as Emil in our little friend group. Of course, Jeff is my Remy, so I love people cooking.
What?
So yeah, you know Remy and Emil?
Remy and Emil?
Yeah, from Ratatouille.
Oh, his name is Emil?
No, Emil's the fat one.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, understood. Okay.
Yeah.
He was named Emil. Okay, got it.
No, Emil's the fat friend character. I'm like the side character. We're gonna see a Tiny engage by. Okay, Brahma is just jumping in to disrespect. I'm so disappointed in you that you don't know what Ratatouille is. I actually
I've seen the movie. Emil is not one of the main characters. I thought you were talking about like the human and the rat, but you're talking about the rat and like his brother or something.
Didn't you go to like film school?
Look, man. Look, I didn't graduate.
Alright, you know what? True. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Ratatouille is an artistic, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I have no idea what it is on Rotten Tomatoes. Who gives a shit? But 100% in the eyes of all human beings. How could you not know Emil, the lovable side character?
Who cares about Emil, dude? Who actually cares about Emil when there's a fight happening bot lane? Happy ending, goes forward onto he who slaps Kenny Hammer Spike, is really low, doesn't have flash available, is trying to kite, tries to bring Lindblom closer to the tower. Oh, but Lindblom doesn't get the final execution. Piplup walks forward to try to get that final auto into Kenny Hammer Spike, but to his demise, Kenny Hammer Spike able to pick up that kill. Sorry, actually, Slops was able to pick up that kill. And now the score is 3-0 in favor of INT. Handicapo trying something onto Pagtropis, but the flash away is able to negate a little bit of that damage and able to get a 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane.
They're chefing. They're cooking it up. They're stirring right now. That's a solo kill. We're in the lab, man. You know what? This is the pick. I'm gonna play this right after this game. I'm gonna lock in Echo. I'm gonna see who's online. I'm gonna troll that. I mean, play Echo. Hail of Blades. And we're seeing INT get to a big lead so far. Braum KS Ashe twice. Let's report them.
Sure.
But I really like that play in the bot lane. You know, Camille was TP to save their bot lane, which is really expensive. Especially if they don't get a kill. They got an assist, but because of how they push their wave and because of their CS lead, it's really not that impactful for them. And they've really saved their bot lane to get them even farther ahead.
Now this bot lane by both sides really just trying to get this push going and completed so they can get their recalls in. He who slaps shielding a lot of Happy Ending's damage there. Now that's interesting. Happy Ending getting more damage onto He who slaps, but Happy Ending doesn't have a whole lot of mana left, so he can't do a whole lot to push these last few waves. I think both laners opting to just back now, or at least INT's bot lane opting to back while Lindblom is hovering in the wings. This could give ASG the opportunity to just go for this dragon.
Yeah, this is a little bit illegal by INT getting pushed in this hard and destroyed by Emilio Lucian, who's so far behind. This is dragon, and really is unfortunately a mistake by INT, right? They lose a lot of waves as well. They're going to do it down in CS, so they're going to have to go with this dragon. Unless Bo comes in with the Giga Chat Steve.
No way! Okay, no, he doesn't get it in the end. He goes for the R, potentially a smite, but in the end, ASG is able to secure that dragon. That got really spicy for just a second.
Yeah, if INT would have got that dragon, it might have been irreparable for OA on their mental side. Really good smite by Kane, and you know, Gragas in particular is a really good character at taking objectives away with their ulti and their E and their their entire combo with the smite stealing. So really good smite by Kane.
Yeah, great play, good attempt, valiant effort by Bo Explode to try to make that happen. We've seen Bo Explode steal a million objectives in a million games, but Bo Explode unfortunately couldn't get this one. ASG is still in an okay spot. Score is 4-1 for INT right now, and INT feels strong at the moment, but ASG is doing what they can to keep these lanes at bay.
I love that whenever we pan to bot lane, Braum is just flying into... He's just always jumping to the opposite side of the minion wave, just trying to create anything to happen. I'm not sure that Braum works that way, but I gotta respect it. They're jumping directly in their face.
It's a skill check to W to a minion and try to get a Q off. Sure.
Okay, right.
100% a Braum skill check. Oh, but the crystal arrow lands on a Happy Ending. Nice cleanse and has to flash away. Happy Ending not gonna get taken down by the rest of INT, but now Handicapo has joined the fight. Can INT salvage this? INT a little low on the side of He Who Slops, but they're able to just retreat from this play. Happy Ending is also playing a little bit far forward, even though he's really low and flashless and no cleanse. Bo Explode trying to move forward as well. Piplup goes down to Kenny Hammer Spike, and Bo Explode gets that final Gragas R to take out Happy Ending. ASG's bot lane is unfortunately not having the great time. Brock Lee gets disconnected, but this is a VOD, so we know he came back.
Camille just decided, you know what, this game's over, I guess. I'm just going to leave. I got to respect it. Maybe they had work tomorrow. You know, they are playing the game at 12:35 a.m. You know, it's pre-recorded, so not really, but yeah, unfortunately, you just see the power of Ashe, who just runs down the bot lane, right? You know, with this Q and this, I assume they approach with velocity. They're just running them down. There's no escape really from Ashe this far ahead. And I was gonna say, this is a consequence from Bo trying to take the the dragon, and no one's missed ult, and the ult play happens for so long.
Lindblom coming in hot from the side. Taking down Broccoli 900. We're going to assume that was lag. That might have been a DC issue. But Bo Explode is here to try to defend this tower. I don't know if he has enough to try to stop this tower take. Now this is a full 2v1. Bow Explode, this is not where you want to be in this spot. Bow Explode goes down to Lindblom.
Yeah, no, I gotta respect Bo right there. I think that he was trying to make up for his teammate. You know, you gotta ride and die with your homies, and
Right.
if you want your homie sprint it, you gotta sprint it as well. That's the rules, right? I'm going to assume that Kenny lagged, right, and DC'd, so Bo decided to take his hands off the keyboard as well and DC as well. And it's great synergy. Think about it.
Yeah, actually, that coordination is definitely championship worthy for sure.
There's never been a team like that that has synergy like that. You know, these players in INT have known each other forever. They've been playing since, you know, since the beginning of FOF, right? And I don't think any other team could have synergized DCs like that. You know?
Disconnect together. Yes.
Win together, rage quit together. That's how I live by my teams.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised that I was really doom and gloom about this bot lane being so far behind with Lucian, and they're stabilizing so far. You know, it means 0-2 and 0-3, right? But from how the bot lane started in the very beginning of that level, like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
better than I expected.
Yeah,
So we'll
they're
see.
keeping themselves alive. I mean, we got Bow Explode and He Who Slops also hovering that bot side right now too. They might try to get more pressure onto that blue buff as well, since they know that their bot lane is stronger. Meanwhile, Brock Lee has to try to find a way to escape. Handicapo has joined the fight, does get that stun onto Brock Lee. Brock Lee is gonna have to do what he can to just escape. Handicapo decides this is not worth it. There could be more coming, but decides to walk away.
Yeah, so, man, it's Camille frustrating to play against, right? You three-man dive them, they get a good flank, and even stun them, and Camille still just slingshots, Spider-Verses away.
Did you see the second one?
Nah, I want to see it so bad.
Oh, man.
Dude, I hate going to theaters. I don't know about you guys. I'm so zoomer with that stuff.
It's so worth, yo. It's so worth, man. Trust. Go watch it, please.
I'm definitely going to watch it when it drops. It's just, I hate theaters, dude. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Oppenheimer, too. Producers telling me Oppenheimer's coming out. Should be exciting, too. Yeah.
That's a good movie. Don't get me started on my movie nerd stuff. I think, you want a hot take, Christopher Nolan might be a little overrated, guys, but,
Look, man, I don't care about Christopher Nolan, but I want to watch a hot Oppenheimer movie. I'm down.
That's like a great movie, though.
Curious.
Like, he's a
curious.
great person to, cast a movie on, right? Oppenheimer is a great story. No, not Killing Murphy. The actual person, you not nerd. You nerd like me. You don't understand history.
Sorry.
Yeah, Killing Murphy is great. He's one of my favorite actors too. You know.
Yeah.
By order of the Peaky Blinders, stuff like that, and this is what INT is gonna do. By order of the Peaky Blinders, take this dragon and potentially get a
all together, all as one family.
All as one. It's so hard, like quoting Peaky Blinders without cursing, by the way, without saying like, you know.
Yeah, right.
I just realized how hard it is.
Yeah. Hard to quote.
Without using like the Birmingham accent, is like it's almost impossible without saying "fucking." Is that a curse? It's my bad, guys. Don't cancel me.
It's all good, yo.
It's PG-13.
Yeah.
By order of the Peaky fucking Blinders, INT takes the dragon.
All right, you get one swear.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think fucking is a curse, right? Because I'm just saying it wrong.
I guess.
It totally is. Let me shut up. My bad. We're going off course here.
No, it's good.
It's you know, it's late. It's late gamer hours.
Yeah.
Did the color just change?
No. That's just you hallucinating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the game state here. Everything is still relatively even. I mean, one tower in favor of ASG at the moment. INT is sure to pick that up shortly. They do have such a big lead onto Kenny Hammerspike right now. Kenny Hammerspike also, like we were saying before, one of the best ADCs in FOF history.
Yeah, sure.
The rest of INTs look to be playing towards this top side potentially, or at least ASG does. Trying to force this blue buff over to them. Now, Bow Explode is actually opting to let them have it, question mark? No, doesn't look like it. He'll let them have it while he's able to just farm things up. I have a feeling they might have been able to 2v2 that with Pagtropis, but Pagtropis has to take care of his lane state at the moment. Potato Fry is also here potentially for a gank, but Pagtropis, very smart to just keep himself near tower range there. Had no idea, or sorry, actually had a good clue where a lot of their teammates were, or a lot of ASG's teammates were, and just good presence of mind to walk back.
And speaking of pack drop, it's maybe it's a good time to talk about them. The new okay, I guess not. Potato Fries just wants to battle.
Yeah, Potato Fries
Echo is farming. They might be cut out here.
Potato Fries is shown up to bot lane and takes and loses half of his health there. I mean, I think there was a play potentially with Maokai. Pagtropis getting Lucian ulted right now. Only takes about a third of his health right now. But yeah, Pagtropis coming in as the new mid laner.
Yeah, the new starter for
the
INT.
new starter for INT.
Which has always been something that INT swapped around on. You know, that evolved noob once upon a time. Now they had, I think their original starter was, I can't remember who was the original person. Something with 13 in it. So we're going to see a TP here.
X Delta.
X Delta, yeah.
Okay, Bow Explode follows through with the Crystal Arrow, tries to salvage this Rift Herald. He does get the steal, but INT is just 3v4 right now. Bow Explode with a sliver of HP left. The rest of INT members fighting for that Rift Herald have been deleted. Bow Explode now on the retreat, needs to find some way out of here. Where does he decide to go? Does Potato Fries even know where he is? This is a Rift Herald empowered recall. Potato Fries, do you see this? Okay, doesn't get it. Wow.
Bo, it makes the great escape, the mission impossible, and gets out there, and which is big. You know, it's demoralizing seeing your opponent just recall right in front of your face. You know, I'm tilted if I'm them. But let's hope that people have stronger mental than I do. Happy Ending might be getting caught out here. If Ash had that W, Happy Ending would have died there. Good thing that the nice dodge with the relentless pursuit.
Yep, Herald being dropped now here mid lane too. Lots of damage on the Happy Ending. Now Potato Fries is actually on the side here. Doesn't engage completely. Doesn't commit to anything. He saw the rest of INT's members and decided it wasn't worth it. Rift Herald gets his charge off, or her charge off, and one tower over to the side of INT for a total of 2.
Yeah, getting Rift Herald makes it so we can drop this mid tower, which of course makes it easy to saying a lot. Gank the jungles and open up a lot of the map state. Once mid tier 1 goes down, there's a lot more open play when it comes to League. So of course one of the most important towers in general is getting that tier 1. I don't think it's ever been a game that's been finished in FF history that the mid tier 1 has not dropped. I think maybe League history, honestly. The game really starts when mid tier 1 drops in a lot of people's opinion.
Yeah, that's where mid game becomes beautiful, you know.
Yeah, it's when the chess match really starts going, when the mid game.
Yeah, the 10-man chess match to play for Summoner's Rift. But yeah,
and as I said earlier, you know, ASG won their chess match, so I still have faith, right?
This is true.
The curse,
okay, nice decision making from Bow Explode. Immediately goes for Piplup. Piplup on the Milio gets deleted. Insane reaction to just the moment he saw Milio to just go for that ER. And yeah, now ASG's down a member. INT get a free Drake.
Unfortunately, one of the problems with they get a Drake and potentially get some wards on Baron here. They're probably going to mid push after this. And one of the problems with Diego or Milio is that they are relatively squishy, right? They can be engaged on, but they're caught up position. They're still going to die, right? They're still Enchanter. They are essentially like I said this earlier last game, but they are kind of like a Yuumi, where if they're caught out, they will die very quickly. They're all about buffing their teammates, and so really good engaged by Bo, and basically killing Milio makes Lucian 50% of the character they are with Milio alive, right?
Sure.
So
yeah, great play by Bow Explode, and INT we're gonna start to see them start walking towards this Baron pit to try to get more vision control of that area. We'll see how he manages that. Piplup hasn't been having the best game for themselves. At least this best early game, but we've seen a lot of these supports, I mean, like, sure, getting caught out is here or there, but like as long as you're able to play the vision game well, like you might still be able to win your team a victory. So we'll see how Piplup and He Who Slops decide to go for this. He Who Slops, as you can see over on the side, is already the one to go get vision, while Piplup is still trying to support his Lucian at the moment. Potato Fries engages onto Broccoli, gets a Q onto him, but nothing more to be gained there. And now it's just the battle of vision control, the battle of where are my teammates allowed to go, you know?
Yeah, you know, Piplup might be having a bad game, but they've been pretty solid for ASG overall. EO Slops are just getting some fruit snacks right now.
Okay, happy ending. Pops the Lucian ulti. He Who Slops pumps the Braum ulti. Has to flash out. Lindblom is on the chase, but Lindblom might be a little too far forward now. Maokai ulti is live. Handicapper has joined the fight. This is a huge fight here in just the choke area. Maokai ult has completed. Bow Explode has gone golden. Handicapper ulti is out. Bow Explode is the one to go down from this entire fight, and that's going to be ASG just taking one kill. Hey, Kenny Hammer Spikes peppering, but one kill over to the side of ASG now.
Is this Baron? This could potentially be Baron. Their jungler's dead. They should probably start this. They have the mid push. They have, you know, all 5 members, and the jungler's dead. Are we just gonna? All right, they're opting to do nothing instead, which is, you know, an interesting choice. I think the purple worm might have been pretty smart.
Yeah, I think it was an option. I mean, so I can see the hesitation. I can understand hesitation. I don't think INT lets that happen for free.
Well, you know, theoretically speaking, right? You do this, and then you force them to fight you in a 4v5 situation, right?
Sure.
Force them to come to you, as I was talking about a lot last game. You know, if they think that it's too overzealous, it's too aggressive, then I respect that. They all made it play together as a team, which is always really smart. You know.
Yeah.
We're going to see Kane get of course, the vision control, which is really smart. So they did get vision control over the Baron, right? Which is, you know, really important, especially during this game when you are behind, right? So we're going to see how ASG can make plays from behind and potentially, hopefully, get up in this dragon. You know, they're only down one dragon, right?
Yep. Next dragon, 1 minute 40. We'll see how the vision starts to transpire over transition over to that dragon pit. Should INT be the ones to decide that this dragon is worth fighting for? I mean, we could always go for a Brendan gambit here, sack the dragon for Baron. Who knows? Who knows?
Which is my
100%.
I love that.
Your gambit. It belongs to you. Yes.
It for sure is. It's a really risky play, right? It's a play that you for sure need team coordination to do. And I feel like every single time you do it, a lot of people are like, But it is a way to get back into the game, right?
Yeah.
It is a risky play, but you know, when you are behind, I mean, ASG isn't in like desperation mode yet, right? Like, but it is a play that can get you back into the game. It's something that I would love for teams to do more, because of course they have to run from Dragon. They have to do Dragon and then run all the way to Baron, right? Which takes long, and you know, it's a risky play. Especially, I usually only do it when Dragon is, you know, they're on Soul, because they're for sure not going to give Soul up for Baron, right? We're going to see a fight over the blue buff, potentially. It's just something that I like INT is doing, and a lot of teams are doing this more, is invading for these blue buffs, something that TSM used to do a lot when they actually weren't trash. We're seeing TP behind here. Okay,
TP coming in from Potato Fries. Potato Fries pops the Maokai ulti to try to root one of them. It does get one, but not much follow-up is going to happen. Bow Explode, 50% HP right now. Same with Potato Fries. This is a full-on choke point for this fight as well, but Brock Lee is in the backline just doing so much work to the carries. Kenny Hammer Spike still peppering as well. Pagtrop is going to have to chase the one remaining. Okay, that's going to be Broccoli just trying to escape now that he's done so much damage to this backline. Kenny and Pagtropis are still so healthy right now. Pagtropis gonna have to kite back a little bit. Lindblom is finding Kenny Hammer Spike, but doesn't land his ability. Kenny Hammer Spike able to get that kill after that dodge, and Pagtropis just gonna be zoning away the rest of the members of ASG, and INT end up getting 2 for 2 still at the end of it, but INT still stronger at the moment, so they could be able to pick up this dragon.
What a close fight, right? Like that.
Yeah,
that was
real.
an extremely close fight from both sides. I really like the TP play, and then really smart from Potato Fries to split the fight up. Right, their bot lane was caught up in the mid, and then there was a 3v5 on the side, and ASG looked like they were coming out ahead, but unfortunately they tried to go back in, and just unfortunately a little overzealous. They missed a couple of skill shots, and INT capitalized. But overall, I love that play from ASG. Really smart, and it could have potentially got them back into the game. Right? Let's say they kill 3 people, like they almost did. They can get that purple worm that I was complaining about earlier easily with a, 5-2 advantage.
Yep.
But Brock played that fight incredibly well, right? Splitting the fight up towards the end, and that made it from what was initially a really good ASG opening to, just a net play from both sides, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, INT got that third dragon, so that fourth Drake is going to be a huge pressure point. ASG, like you said, could go for the Brandon Gambit should they decide to. This is the moment for it, at least, well, in 4 minutes or so. But INT, I mean, they were playing that dragon take also very well, or at least preparing the setup for the dragon take was done really well. Having Broccoli walk. Oh my god, so much damage from Happy Ending. Just deletes Brock Leaf with that Lucian ulti, but the Crystal Arrow is here. Nice Gragas ulti to separate Piplup and Happy Ending. Piplup goes down. Happy Ending with just barely any HP left. Handicapo and Potato Fries decide to continue the fight. Lindblom is also here. Kenny Hammer Spike. Oh, unfortunately does not get the flash out. So the rest of INT might have to start backing out. Pagtropis getting zoned out by Potato Fries right now. Has to just flash away, and that's 4 kills for the favor of ASG. In favor.
What a fight by ASG. Lucian just catching out Brock Lee, who we're just commending for playing that fight incredibly well, gets caught out in the mid lane, and like I said, Lucian from behind is bad, but Melio makes Lucian so much better with his character. You see him mowing down with the ult. And ASG played that fight incredibly well. Kane on the far side was getting that knock up on Ashe, which is really important. Ashe is can run people down, but Ashe overall is not the best character to run away from. You mean best character to run? They have no dashes. Right. And Purple Worm finally goes down to ASG. There's no Brendan Gambit if you just wipe them, right?
Yeah, true. They're able to get that Baron. That's a huge swing for ASG. INT. I mean, now the next potential condition will be this dragon coming up in 2.5 minutes. Baron buff will also be gone by then, so no big push can happen when they do it. So, wow, yeah, ASG fighting for their lives. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, okay, Happy Ending getting so much damage onto Pagtropis. Flash forward, Happy Ending gets the kill on to Pagtropis. I almost said Civillock. Oh, man. Wrong player.
No. Pagtropis would never end like Civillock does.
Right.
We're incredible play so far from Happy Ending. This is, again, twice that INT has died to this Lucian in the mid lane, and it's another character, probably the most important character for this Baron defense is Pagtropis with their wave clear, right? And really good engage from Happy Ending. I'm curious how ASG can handle with this Baron buff, right? Because they're a siege team that's really lacking, right? They don't have a lot of range. They're a team that goes forward, and they're going to have to potentially tower dive. We'll see. INT is decent enough wave clear, especially when Pagtropis comes back up. So we'll see. This should be a mid tower, of course, though. They should be able to get a mid tower.
Yeah, they can just pop the Maokai ulti to persuade the rest of INT's members to just walk away. That's a clean tower take. 1 tower taken now with this Baron. Second one is sure to be soon, but Bogspo decides to go for an engage. Potato Fries is already 50% HP. Braum ulti goes through. Crystal Arrow hits hits Potato Fries, and 2 members of ASG now go down to INT. INT is now just on the hunt. Lindblom trying to pick up someone before he goes down. Meanwhile, Broccoli is 1v2, takes down Piplup immediately. Lindblom also goes down. 4 members of ASG have gone down to INT, which just happened the other way. INT almost lost 5 members, did lose 5 members to ASG. Now the complete opposite has happened.
Yeah, and I don't know. Teams are making me look good today, right? Like, I was just talking about how terrible ASG's siege is with this comp, and you see why, right? They're so low range. They have to all hit the tower pretty much at engage range always, right? Yeah. And then Bo comes in, tries to split the team fight up, and from that point on, Potato Fries is just caught out from the ulti, right? And they take so much damage. And unfortunately, because of so low range as a siege comp, Happy Ending is also caught out, right? And once Happy Ending is done, and your main tank is dead with Maokai, it's really hard to play these fights. Really good engage by INT and punishing how lackluster ASG's siege is.
And I loved Bo Explode's engage there. He made it so everyone was pretty much in a position, everyone on ASG was in a position they didn't want to be in for that fight. So great presence of mind by Bo Explode to make that happen. Happy Ending starting up this dragon, but the fight for control of this river is still happening. The rest of ASG are starting to arrive. Broccoli is still pushing that top side right now. We're gonna see how this goes down. Red tower has been taken. Now there might be a fight. Bow Explode is getting deleted. The Bow Explode does get deleted before this dragon is even finished. He Who Slops and Pactropus now going on to Handicapo. The rest of INT has to retreat. They lost their jungler. They lost their mid laner. Now the rest of them have to just walk away. He Who Slops doing what he can to persuade ASG to walk away from his AD carry. Meanwhile, Brock Lee in the top lane getting that inhibitor in exchange for 3 members of his team and the dragon.
So, this is a little bit of a culmination of a lot of problems that INT has, right? We're talking about they have good synergy. Oh, we're going to see ASG, maybe I won't go on a long tangent, they're going to potentially get this, they're going to get this mid inhib, and they got the dragon. Oh, some decent damage from a happy ending here, trying to get Kenny Hammerspike off the thing. They're going to get the inhib tower. They can potentially try to end here. It might be a little overzealous, but Patropus is dead for 15 minutes. Okay, they're going to, 15 minutes, 15 seconds. They're going to back off. That's what I was talking about with INT, is they're a little overzealous with these plays. I like the play. We are trying to let Camille get this top tower, get the inhib. That's fine, but if you're going to do that, you have to give the dragon. You can't try to fight a 4v5, right? If you want Bow Explode to, do the hero play, that's fine. I respect it. I would probably do the same thing, but you cannot have your entire team there to do so. They lose a mid-hib inhib off this, and they lose a Dragon Soul, right? Handicapo is, by the way, they're chefing right now.
They're chefing.
Because, the Halo Blades, I doubt it at the beginning, but who can doubt it? The food tastes good, right? The food might be ugly, but if it's, some of the best food in the world is ugly, right?
For sure.
Do you see, like, burgers, bro? Like, you never look at the burger and was like, you know what, that's pretty.
Well, like, the menus at, like, McDonald's make it look prettier than the food is, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's all glue.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm with you.
That's like glue and paint, right? Like, you never look like a burger that's like greasy and all this cheese and meat on it. You never like, oh man, that's artistic. That looks great. Like,
I'm sure there are some, man. I'm sure there are some.
I've never seen a burger in my life where I'm like, that looks artistic. That looks like they were chefing up in there. if someone is cooking my burger and they're like, yo, I'm chefing, I don't want that burger.
Right.
I want that cookout burger. They got the Berkeys on. There's they got sweat on the burger, some of that good stuff. We're seeing broccoli on the side, and this is the thing about Camille. Is that Camille? I was talking about this with last games. Camille's a really strong split pusher. You grab Camille not for team fights. You grab Camille because they are a really good split pusher, right? And Maokai, you grab Maokai for team fights and engage. So Camille should always have priority on the split push, and their TP is up. Both TP is up for the top laner, so we have to try to see if there's going to be any flank wards. Camille loves wards, right? Camille and Gragas both love fights where they can split up team fights, and that's something that we really need to take a look at as Bow Explode's cask and Camille's potential flank.
Yeah, interesting by Bow Explode to hover in this bush. He doesn't know that it's warded, or he might have just assumed that it's been cleared at this point. But Lindblom did see him. Nothing crazy gonna happen right now. This is a lot tenser than it was much earlier in the game. Now, and the next fight, whoever wins it could honestly just probably end the game through one of these lanes that have their inhib down. But this game is surprisingly close. For those of you who are new to the season or you're just joining us right now, okay, He Who Slops getting that shield from Happy Endings. Lucian ult has to flash away. Gragas ult to use to disengage. Okay, I agree with that. I don't think INT was in a good spot to force a fight there, but Bow Explode ulti is expended. But for those of you just joining us, these are like 2 of the bottom teams at the moment, and they're playing phenomenally against each other. INT currently tied for last place, but ASG also in sort of in that middle pack, that lower half.
Camille's TPing. Remember, this is a really strong Camille coming into this fight. Okay, really smart by ASG forcing the Camille to use their TP, and this is really huge because Camille had a huge advantage, right? You see this huge, ginormous wave on the bot side, and then the huge wave top lane, which forced Maokai to go to the top wave, to clear out that, and that essentially saves the tower. Unfortunately, they lose their vision because it's the play of the game, right? But really smart, and this is what's really coming up is the dragon. And this is the Brendan gambit that we were talking about. This is potentially a moment for ASG that they can do that. They did it. What was I gonna say? All right, I'm losing my mind. Never mind. But this is the time for the Brendan gambit. Let's see if they do it.
Yeah. Very curious to see how ASG decides to go about this. Looks like both teams deciding to converge towards this dragon. They both know that they really need this next dragon, both sides of them. This game has been roughly even so far. ASG have to hold on to this. INT is actually opting to push this mid lane right now, okay? Just to push it for the sake of pressure. Okay, INT is marching towards this dragon right now. Happy ending pops. The Lucian ulti. Braum shield is live. Lindblom decides to engage. Handicap also decides to engage. That's a huge Echo stun, but Echo gets deleted immediately. Brock Lee also in the back line deleting the carries of ASG, and INT is just gonna destroy ASG in this team fight. Okay, Potato Fries able to pick up another kill for them, but that is a 5-for-2 now in favor of INT, and INT's pings are towards this inhibitor right now. They are saying they think they can end. They can just run to this inhibitor and just push for it. Okay, let's see if it goes.
Brock Lee single-handedly saved INT from that fight. That was a great engage from ASG. They did a lot of wombos, and this should be game for INT.
Wow.
Brock Lee split that entire fight up, killing the Lucian, which is most of the damage, right? And oh wow, Brock Lee and INT taking this dub. I know who I'm voting for MVP.
Okay, here we go. INT get the win over ASG. They'll move up to 2 and 5. Finally, INT is starting to get their wins. They're picking up what they they're picking up all these teams and finally just proving that they are that championship team here at FOF. They have, even though they were last place, no one was saying that INT is going to be like the last place team or anything. Everyone knew INT was like a benchmark team. If you want to join FOF, you have to be able to beat INT. They're a gatekeeper, Yeah.
I'm going to use a meme that no one watches football here, but they are who we thought they were.
Okay.
I love that
They're
interview.
exactly
Please watch
who we
that.
thought they were.
They are who we thought we were. Really good game from both sides, right? I am shocked that INT won that game based on that one fight. Really good layering a CC from ASG, but unfortunately, Brock Lee just, like I said, single-handedly really won that fight for them. Make sure you guys vote for MVP. The poll's out now. Huge win for INT. They were close. This is going to make them jump into the standings a lot closer. They're only one in. This is their second win, right?
Yeah.
And ASG only won 3. So this this playoff race is getting really tight towards the bottom and really tight towards the top, right? We're seeing a lot of stretching.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited for the last half. INT, 7 games, 2 out of 7 in regards to wins, but there's still the rest of the season, 18 games total. All these teams will play 18 games, so 11 more chances for INT, and that's definitely enough games to be able to try to propel themselves into a playoff spot. We'll have to see how they do it tomorrow. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Brendan, for casting with me. I appreciate you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, same time as usual. Week 4, day 2. I won't be here, but someone else will be casting, and we'll deliver you the same fun FOF stuff we usually do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Logitech G, Academy of Art, Adobe Creative Cloud. Make sure you read the Friend Info Connect, and yeah, have a good night, guys. Thank you guys so much.